Ask Amy. I'm being misgendered at work. How can I make people use my pronouns? So let's read it for a little bit of context, okay? Dear Amy, I'm a young professional in my second year at an office job that I love. I'm also non-binary, neither a man nor a woman. And my pronouns are the gender neutral they, them. My workplace is very accepting, and my pronouns are displayed on our agency's website and on a nameplate at my desk. Now, I'm going to say something just right here. So when you are typing something, it's very easy to make sure that you actually use the correct pronouns, because you can go over it and you can double check it. That is an easy thing to do. So I just want to make that perfectly clear. But it's good that the workplace is actually very accepting of it, because a lot of workplaces aren't. Most of my co-workers are mindful of how they refer to me and correct themselves when they make mistakes, which we do. Obviously, instinctively, we will naturally go for the gender that you see when you look at them. Some people, you can tell are a man. Some people you can tell are women. And some people have an androgynous look. And then some women you accidentally mistake for men because that's how they look. And then vice versa. It's, easy to get mixed up and maybe not even realize that you're doing it. However, there are a few people in our small office who have trouble getting it right. Now, I want to make this perfectly clear here. This person, whoever it is, has not actually specified how old the people are at this workplace. They've not specified that. And sometimes I feel like, particularly in the workplace, age does actually matter when it comes to understanding pronouns. I'm not making excuses for these people, but it does play a part. I have to make choices every day between the discomfort of getting misgendered and the vulnerability of correcting others. Listen, you should never be afraid of correcting someone, just correct them. But then that's just me. I don't really say boo to a goose. So anyway, and I accept this as part of my daily life as an openly non-binary individual. But at a certain point, when someone I know well and see every day doesn't even notice when they've gendered me incorrectly, it can be hurtful. Okay, I get it. It can be hurtful. But if you know them well, okay, in my opinion, it's generally the people, who you know very well, who will have the hardest time making the adjustments. And the reason why is because they know you well. And that's why I've got a friend who I've known goodness how long, and they are gender fluid. And I tell you what, it has taken me a damn long time to make that adjustment. And I still struggle to this day. Why? Because I know this person so well, and I just don't do it on purpose. It just happens. It just comes out that way sometimes, and you don't always mean to do it. I try to continue correcting people that slip up, but it gets more difficult as it becomes clear they aren't making the effort to avoid putting me in that position in the first place. What should I do? Tired of trying. So there's also another thing about the they them pronouns and she her pronouns and he his pronouns and whatever pronouns that people use, which I am aware there are a lot of now. They're only ever referred to you as someone in the third person and never used directly to you. So for all you know, it could be going on behind closed doors, and these people just refer to you with the gender that they see directly. And it's so difficult for people to make a conscious effort sometimes. It really is. Anyway, let's see what Amy replied to. When I use, so dear tired, when I use they them pronouns in this space referring to non-binary person or to a person whose gender is simply not made clear, some readers push back with, but they them is plural and individual is singular, which is correct. They are correct. At this point, over 5 years after usage became standard, this plural pushback is sounding less like a rationale and more like a refusal. It's because it's not a natural way of talking about someone. I'll just put that out there. It isn't. It isn't. That doesn't mean to say that I disagree with people using the they them pronouns. If you want to, by all means, go ahead, and I will try and make that conscious effort. But it isn't a natural way of talking. With the holdouts who are not merely making a mistake, but are not making an effort at all to refer to you correctly, you may attempt to redirect them by asking, can you tell me why you don't use they, them to refer to me? That is actually a good thing, but then that also goes against this person's sort of vulnerability of confronting someone about it. And regardless of how they answer, you should really go to HR with your concern. Of course. Anyone who misgenders you is disrespecting you, and it also seems violating your company's values and policy. So it was a very short and sweet answer, a very logical answer. Anyone who but the only thing I don't 100% agree with, anyone who misgenders you is disrespecting you, because people may not be doing it on purpose. Now, the holdouts obviously clearly here are the issue, but like I said, we don't know these holdouts' ages. We don't know the writer, the person who has informed her. We just don't know. So whilst these pronouns should be adhered to if you can, you should just, you need to be aware that some people will have a difficulty in doing it, and some people generally just don't realize that they're doing it. And some people may be doing it on purpose. Yes, that may also be the case. But you should absolutely go to HR. But there is a YouTuber called Alexis Blake who made a video a long time ago about being misgendered. She has these she's a bit more sort of, I don't know if I would say she's a bit more conservative in her views about transgender or whichever. She is very clear on where she stands, and some of her views are extremely conservative and some of them aren't, but with the views on misgendering, she says that if someone is misgendering you on purpose, that's absolutely 100% not allowed, but people are allowed to misgender you by mistake, and it's absolutely fine because it's not necessarily anything that's personal. So it's not that case. And she goes on to talk about her mum, and she says that her mum struggled so much with the issues that are going on. She struggled so much to make the adjustment to the pronouns, and she may take her time, but it was okay. So I don't know. Let me know what you think. Anyway, chat about it. Don't shout about it. Don't forget to follow me and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Twitch, and of course my Rumble